Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another Fallout 4 mod review. Today we are doing another mod throwback where we take a look at one of the older mods from Fallout that deserves a little bit more attention. And today we are checking out a mod that adds in a handmade assault rifle, and that mod is called Only Death Could Part Us by Icekeeper. Now, while the mod name doesn't exactly reveal what the weapon is, it is a handmade style assault rifle akin to the pipe weapons, though with a much more traditional style in terms of weapon design. This thing looks a lot more like a proper rifle than the pipe weapons in the vanilla game. Functionally, this is going to be an early game AR, so you can grab this thing pretty early on. In the base version of the mod, you'll actually be able to craft this at the chemistry station, so you can get it very early, though there are alternative files that you can download that will change the way you obtain it. There is an optional file in the main version of the mod that will allow you to add this to the level list, so it will spawn out in the world as a standalone weapon. There's also an additional mod that you can download that will make this as a pipe replacer, so it will replace the vanilla pipe weapons with this weapon, which I think is a pretty good alternative given that this is handmade and has a ton of customization just like the vanilla versions. In terms of animations, this does use vanilla assets. It will use the Nuka World Handmade Assault Rifle animations, which means it will have a left-handed bolt and a left-handed ejection port. That being said, there is another optional file that you can download that will make this all right-handed using Hitman's animations, so it's up to you which one of those animations you prefer. While this weapon is an assault rifle at its core, you can turn this thing into just about any kind of rifle you can imagine with the plentiful customization options available at the weapons workbench. There are a ton of different cosmetic options as well as functional attachments that make for a really cool weapon that you can personalize to your exact tastes. So when you first grab this weapon in its most basic form, here is what you're going to get. This is the short, unique rifle. As you can see, very bare bones in terms of attachments, though there is a lot more that you can do at the weapons workbench. Now, for the vanilla stats, this thing's going to have a base damage of 12, shooting in semi-automatic, also shooting 38 caliber, though you can swap that out and you can upgrade this thing to many different caliber options. You have a fire rate of 40, a range of 119, an accuracy of 75, a weight of 6.1 pounds, and a value of 121 caps. Now, as I said earlier, this does use vanilla handmade rifle animations, though you can download that optional file for Hitman's right-handed AK, so that's going to be what I'm showing in this video here, so you can see this thing with some nice custom animations. As you can see, they fit very well. I really like the style of the iron sights, which by the way, you can change at a weapons workbench. Let's go ahead and check out that reload. I really think custom animations help sell this weapon as it is a very beautiful model, and altogether with custom animations in tow, this makes for a pretty nice little package. So now let's talk about attachments, as those are definitely the meat and potatoes of this mod, as there is a lot going on here. Let's go ahead and start with receivers. Now you're going to have the same allotment of receivers for each of the different ammo types, but it's important to check them all out as they all have different cosmetic options. Here we have the 38 semi-auto calibrated receiver, the 38 automatic fast receiver. As you see, it changes the fire selector and the little barrel shroud there. With the 38 semi-auto hardened receiver, 38 automatic hardened, 38 semi-auto powerful, 38 auto powerful, and then we can transition over to 45 caliber, 45 semi-auto calibrated receiver, 45 automatic fast receiver. These are basically going to be the same as the 38 options. Nothing really changes until we upgrade to 5.56. Now you'll notice that changes the entire receiver design, which I think is a super cool touch as you're going to need a beefier receiver for that bigger ammo type. Pretty cool. This is also going to change the style of the iron sights just a little bit. It's more noticeable when we switch to 7.62 though. So we have the 5.56 semi-auto calibrated, the 5.56 automatic fast, 5.56 semi-auto hardened, 5.56 auto hardened, the semi-auto powerful, and the automatic powerful. And then finally, we can transition to 7.62, which again is going to change the style one more time for an even beefier receiver with a bigger ejection port, which is a nice little attention to detail. So 7.62 with all of these same options, but we'll go ahead and give a run through for the different cosmetics that you get when you apply these. Really cool, and I'm glad to see that there are different looking parts every time you change out an attachment. Really nice attention to detail. When it comes to barrels, we have the barrel short, the barrel short improved, the barrel medium light, barrel medium ported, the long light barrel, and the long ported barrel. For the grips, we have the pistol grip iron, the pistol grip wooden, which is also going to change the foregrip at the front. We have the pistol grip wooden improved, the pistol grip wooden, improved, and painted, the pistol grip molded, which is going to give you a nice rubber molding, the stock iron, the wooden stock, the wooden improved stock, the wooden painted stock, the wooden painted stock with a leather wrap, which is a pretty nice little touch, with the molded light stock, the molded recoil compensating stock, the stock with iron frame, which is going to add a frame over the entire weapon, which is a pretty interesting look, the stock with iron frame recoil compensating, and then the stock with a polymer light frame, which is a pretty crazy look. As you can see, this covers pretty much the entire weapon. And then the stock with polymer frame recoil compensating, which covers just about the whole thing. And with certain attachments, this can almost make the weapon look a bit like a Bozar. I'm curious if that was the intention behind the design. Of course, we do get some magazine options. We have the 10 round mag, 10 round with quick eject, 30 round with quick eject, the drum magazine with quick eject, and the 10 round polymer magazine, which is going to give you increased reload speed given that it's pretty light. For sights, we have the standard iron sights, glow sights, reflex scope, the short scope, the tactical 2.5 times scope, the short night vision scope, the medium scope, medium night vision scope, tactical 4 times, long scope, and long night vision scope. And again, this does have see-through scopes support if you want to download the patch for it. For muzzles, we have the option for no muzzle, a bayonet, a compensator, muzzle brake, and suppressor. And finally, we have a little section called the Popular Science Mods. Now, the way this works is in the world now, there will be these Popular Science magazines. If you grab one of those, you can craft one of these mods, and this is going to allow you to apply a legendary effect to your weapon. The way this is going to work, though, is when you use it, it will use up the magazine. So it is one-time use, and whatever legendary effect that you pick is what you get. So these will be your standard legendary effects that you'll find out in the game. No need to go over those in detail. And then finally, we're going to take this thing on a little bit of a damage test. 2 Deathclaws as our baseline. Everybody knows the damage that it takes to take down a regular Deathclaw, which is a good bit. We're going to test this weapon with the standard allotment of attachments, and then we'll test it again fully upgraded and full auto. So starting with no attachments and no perks, shooting 38 caliber rounds, let's see how we do. As you can see, from the small magazine and semi-auto, this is going to take a while. Alright, the Deathclaw is finally down. I honestly lost count. I think we were getting pretty close to 100 bullets. So, this is definitely totally fine as an early game weapon, as you are able to craft this right off the bat. This is intended to be a weapon that actually levels with you, with all of those different ammo changings that you can do at the weapons workbench. Let's see how it would perform in the late game. Keep in mind, I still don't have any perks, but these are going to be the high-end attachments. Well, throw that in the blooper reel. I forgot to get ammo. Alright, topped off with ammo. You get to see a nice drum mag reload. And let's take out the Deathclaw. Much, much faster. So I find it interesting that most weapons in Fallout 4 Sandbox kind of have a place in the level system, typically only being viable for about 10 levels wherever they're placed. But this one is interesting. Like I said, you can pick it up early game. You have it using 38 rounds, and you can level it with you. As you get the gun nut perk, this thing can scale and be viable in the endgame, which is a pretty cool thing. And that, again, was without any weapon perks. So if you throw perks on top of this, it's going to be putting down Deathclaws even faster. This makes for a really interesting hero weapon, and I definitely like the attention to detail available in this mod. A lot of bang for your buck, really cool, and it's available on both PC and Xbox. So yeah, guys, that is the mod Only Death Could Part Us. Definitely a really cool one that I have been wanting to check out for a very long time. It has been highly recommended by many people. This is by the same author who makes the post-apocalyptic pipe weapons replacer, so I knew it was going to be good. I just didn't realize how much content was truly available in this mod. I love the customization options and the attention to detail. This is definitely one that's worth checking out. So if you do want to try it for yourself, it will be linked down in the description below, along with an Xbox link, as it is available again for both PC and Xbox. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a rating, subscribe if you haven't already for more videos just like this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace! And really quick, I'd like to make a shout out to all of our patrons. Your donations are greatly appreciated and really help to support the channel and videos just like this one. So again, thank you.